Hey, hi everybody, it's Billy Watkins with The Whole Package by Premier Packaging. And I am joined today, I don't even have to look at my card to see who you are. I know you. It's Tony Givan, Bin Box Program Manager for Premier Packaging.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Welcome. Let's get started. Normally I ask people about their background, and you don't have to answer this, but we go back a long time, Premier, pre anything. Like we were kids at a lake.
That's
you
right.
know, hanging out in the summertime. Just not even. You were at a neighbor's house, or
Yeah.
I was, and yeah.
Good old days.
The good old days.
That's right. We used to hang
were-
out. I think I remember you frog gigging at some point.
Yeah,
and
catching
asking us to
frogs.
go. So, yeah, we've known each other since childhood. Very
Catching
cool.
frogs. Yeah, and it's nice to see you here. This is like the culmination of
Full circle.
40 years of. So how'd you wind up here? What brought you to Premier? Because you go back a couple of times. I mean, you were
Right. Yeah.
When you first got your start, what were you doing?
So when I guess it was 1993, 1994. I don't even know if the place was necessarily called Premier when I first started, but I went into my high school counselor's office and I noticed that somebody had posted a job posting on our board.
Were you asked to come, or did you just go? Was it a pre-scheduled?
No comment.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't. We'll move past
on
that.
Yep.
But anyway, I saw a job posting in there for this company looking for assembly workers, so on and so forth. So I gave it was Ben Blinko, one of the owners at the time, a call and told him that I was interested. And he said, "Hey, great, come meet with me." And I did. And then he asked if I had any friends that would be interested. So.
So at the time, we were just looking for warm bodies, basically.
At that point, yeah. Which at the time it was. We didn't have any equipment. We didn't even have a forklift. We literally were going in and doing inserts for vacuum cleaner boxes.
Okay.
And that was our job. We got paid by the piece to do that. And,
It was just like it's just a man with a glue gun.
a man with a glue gun in a very old warehouse with concrete ties on the floor and railroad ties on the floor. And it was an interesting warehouse and time, but. Yeah, that's how I first came on board with Premier. I was doing that for a couple years, left, went off, did the college thing, ended up working for a defense contractor for 8-9 years after that, and then stayed in contact with the folks at Premier, and an opportunity came up about 12 years ago. That's how long I've been back, and I took it, and here we sit.
You started back, and I started at about the exact same time.
That's right. So
Weird. It's such a
that's-
small,
You've been here
crazy-
a little over 12 years,
something like that,
and
yeah.
I'm right at it. Yeah, I think you were about 6, and I hadn't seen you probably since we were kids
Right.
until we started back.
Right.
So yeah.
It's such a small world. You have experienced from those beginning days to coming back. You've experienced Premier's rapid growth and success firsthand. What do you attribute it to from your eyes? How have we gotten here?
Yeah, good question. I think I attribute it mostly to not only the people, right? There's a lot of good people. Everybody says that, I understand it, but there's a lot of people that grind it out. They understand that any given day, they may be asked to sweep the floor, or they may be asked to make a serious company decision, and it's those people that are still here today that continue to do whatever it takes to help move Premier forward. That's first and foremost. But the second thing is I think it's the way we approach our customers and the way we approach being a solution based and really listening to their needs and attacking that, right, and ensuring that we get our customers the best solutions as possible.
And that is definitely dovetails into what we do, what you do on a daily basis as Bin Box Program Manager. There is I'll say it because it was on the notes, but Mr. Gaynor relates bin boxes to, and I've done this as well, talking to people about it, kind of closet organizers, right?
Sure.
That way you know exactly where your favorite pair of socks are. This is a quote. A couple questions. One, do you have a favorite pair of socks? And
I don't. I wish I did, but I don't.
ones without holes in them is usually what how do you describe it when you're telling a friend what you do, or getting a customer involved? What is this program that Premier offers?
Yeah, I think we use key terms, right? We're going to come in, we're going to try to lean out your warehouse space as best possible. Our job is to help you improve capacity, help you picking and stowing speeds, so on and so forth. But it's different for every customer, and I would explain it as being as lean as possible within the space that you have, right? And utilizing it. And that's what we try to do. We try to ensure that we go in and we listen to the customer and we understand what their needs are. We understand their processes from a picking and stowing, and we listen to what their concerns are, right? They may have a bigger concern with drift, with stuff moving from bin to bin, or they may have a concern with stuff falling on the floor because it's not as well organized. Right. But I think from our standpoint, we just try to focus on what their needs are and then offer a solution based off of that.
And at this point, we have a fairly deep bench of solutions to offer a customer.
Sure.
How long have we been doing this? Since maybe 08, 09 or something like that?
Yeah, it predates me a little bit. I think we actually created the quote-unquote bin team 10 years ago.
Okay.
But yeah, we have done thousands of different solutions for various different customers. Some that kind of mirror the same concept and design that we've done for others, and some that are completely different that surprise me on a daily basis.
And there's been a heck of a evolution with them. I think back to some of the cabinet type bins that we were
Sure.
doing many years ago, and we have tweaked and changed and made them stronger, sturdier,
Right.
For the customer. We've made them more efficient for us as the installers and assemblers for
Right.
it.
Yeah.
So,
For us, for their assembly install team, you're right. I think that's spot on. That's how we stay fresh with our offerings, right? We try to meet at least once a year with our very great designers, and kind of go through the latest version, if you will, kind of to your point, and then improve upon that,
Yeah.
and try to make sure that we're always staying ahead of the game with our offerings.
So the process? Talk to me about it. I'm a customer with a warehouse.
Sure.
Maybe there's existing racking. I call you guys up, and what happens next?
Yeah, so every opportunity is different, but the first thing we're going to do is ask them what they're trying to accomplish. What are they looking for, so on and so forth, and that may dovetail into other areas. But I think what we're trying to do is really understand what their biggest pain point is. Right? Is it the stowing, the picking? Is it the bins themselves? Do they just need bins? Period.
Right.
So we start off with a series of questions, but also try to understand which is a hard question to ask, but what their budget is, right? Because we may be able to go in there and outfit something with we'll say the Mercedes
The
of bins.
Cadillac of yes,
yeah.
right, yeah.
And they may not be looking for that. They may just be looking for a little extra organization.
Yeah.
So it's really getting to that understanding and finding out what that is first. And then once we do that, we'll typically give them some rendering, some options to say, hey, this is kind of what we're thinking, so on and so forth. And if it's what they like and it's something they want to move forward with, we go into sampling, and then obviously, further the conversation and exactly what solution they need.
And then test fitting and all of that good stuff.
Very important.
Making sure. And we do this on a daily basis. What I'm involved in is more of the overall solution of a customer has ordered a a certain type of bin boxes, and we are doing the assembly and installation,
Right.
either on site or remotely for the customer. But we also do this for customers who, I mean, they either want 250,000 bins, or we do it for a customer that wants 100 bins,
Right.
and we just ship them the material, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Any kind of solution.
Any kind of solution, any kind of options. We try to, again, make sure that we understand what their needs are, and then, adjust to that need. And really, we can offer them the standard off-the-shelf bins that anybody may have
Right.
as a stock option, so on and so forth. That's fine, that's easy. But again, it's all about figuring out what they're trying to accomplish and attacking that. And we do it, to your point, at any scale. We can do it, where it's 100, 150 bins, all the way up to, to your point, we're sending a whole project team on site and doing everything from start to finish for
Right.
them. So.
It is. We've done a lot of them. They have the ability to transform a warehouse. I'm thinking of a couple of particular projects we've done where the customer has had, much like we're in now, kind of an empty mezzanine or space, and they don't even have racking, and we have built standalone bins that, we basically created a warehouse out
Sure.
of no existing space whatsoever, which is cool. But do you have in thinking back in some of our efforts, do you have kind of a proudest moment or most challenging moment?
Well, to be honest with you, I think I enjoy the ones the most that we are able to do the project from start to finish.
Yeah.
And looking back, I would say I'm most proud of our team in the early days when we first started doing this. We really didn't know what we were up against. It was a new solution, kind of an evolution to folks that, hey, we can actually, maximize our space,
Yeah.
not have to build new buildings, so on and so forth, just by putting bin boxes throughout our warehouse and really leaning out the place. And in our early days, when we first got the request to do this, it was kind of daunting because they said, hey, we've seen you do this locally. We now want you to spread this logic across, 9, 10, 11 sites, or whatever else, whatever it may be. And we decided to take that leap of faith and take a chance. Did a lot of planning, met with a lot of folks internally, but no one that had really done
Well, there
this
was no
before.
experts at
That's
this.
right. There was
right?
no experts.
We were kind
at
of
it.
making our own
Exactly.
playbook as we went.
Yeah, so I think that was the proudest moment is coming together as a team and figuring out how to really take this to the next level. And every project since then, it presents its own challenges
Right.
and everything else. But we always figure it out for the customer, for us, and work together doing it. And I think that what makes me the most proud about what we do.
Yeah, and catch me on a bad day. Maybe I won't say this, but I can honestly say that going in and working on projects on a daily basis, I'm smiling most of the time.
Yeah, no, and
they are.
yeah.
It's a fun thing.
It is.
Never would I have. Oh, look, I have a prop. Never would I have thought, working for a packaging company, that I would be. This is my normal outfit, right?
That's right.
Like an idiot, but
Yeah.
most of the time.
No.
Look at all those stickers.
I think to your point, yeah.
Yeah, we're working for a packaging company, and we're darn near a construction.
We are.
crew.
We're working with on new builds. We're working in behind the sprinkler folks, in behind the electrical folks.
Yep.
We're a contractor. We're in the contractor meetings and everything else. But that's how I guess extensive this can be. Or it can be, to your point, as simple as we have a solution. They like it. We send it to them. They assemble it, so on and so
Right.
forth. So there's a wide variety of what bin
Runs the
boxes
gamut of- yep, for sure.
provide.
What is the? It has evolved since we've started, but what is the future? What do you see happening with bin boxes?
Yeah, I think the future is as bright as we want it to be, and I know that that's kind of cliche, but what I'm saying is we got really good reps out there. Some of them really push bins. Obviously, when folks come directly to us, that's our primary position within the company, and so we're pushing them, so on and so forth. But I think the thing is what I've seen with what we do, it's not just a one-time thing, because every company's trying to grow, everybody's trying to get bigger, and as companies evolve, as companies get larger, and come up with new solutions, they're going to need, especially e-commerce and
Right.
stuff like that, they're going to need bins to be able to put their product in, so
Right.
on and so forth. So what I'm seeing is we're selling these bins to smaller companies, and as they grow, we're growing with them, and they're coming back to us for our solutions and everything else. So not only are we pushing to get new customers and help new folks outfit their warehouses, but we're getting that repeat business
Right.
now of folks coming back.
And
to
that's
us.
kind of an awesome little partnership to have.
It's
yeah.
very cool. Yeah.
And not to mention that I mean, how many times have we been in the same warehouse of any given customer, and
Exactly.
and their product mix has changed, and we are swapping out the bin boxes that may only be 3 or 4 years old. We're putting in new ones.
It's a funny thing. I don't think we ever thought that would happen. We
No.
thought we'd go in there, outfit it, and then we were
Never
done.
be back.
We were done.
Yeah.
But you're right. We have been in some warehouses, some facilities, 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 times, to your point, switching them out and outfitting it for their new needs. So
Do you have a hard hat?
I do. It may be.
I wanna
Maybe on
see ya.
mothballs.
And yeah. I'll get, because I've got some extra stickers.
Usually when I go to site, you guys give me a hard hat to use and ask me not to get on any equipment.
I remember you and I. This would have been 2016, and it was probably 10:30 at night. I remember you on a scissor lift.
Yes.
We were having to move some stuff.
We did.
I think
yeah.
maybe somebody had yelled at us or something. I don't know why we were there so late, but we were doing something, and it was a darn good time.
It was, yeah. We had to move the equipment out of the way for whatever reason, and
And that's the kind of commitment we have. Is
That's
that
right.
We're on site at 10:30 at night moving scissor lifts.
we're moving scissor lifts. Even it was a wide open warehouse, thank goodness, because I was not a good scissor lift driver.
I have gotten to be a very good scissor lift driver. Not so much on forklift, though. I don't scream anymore if someone asks me to get on one. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But I'm
It's been too long since I've been on either one of those. I would need to go through the
Training.
trainer
Yep.
training again.
safety first.
Amen. Always.
Tony, it is always nice talking to you.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Typically, I appreciate it. I call you, you take my call, and it's a good feeling. And you don't have to do that because I'm probably just annoying you. But thank you for joining us on our little podcast.
Yes, thank you.
Good time, right?
Always.
Excellent. Until next time, everybody, I'm Billy Watkins, and this is the Whole Package by Premier Packaging.
Do you have comments, questions, or ideas about this topic? If so, we'd like to hear from you. Please visit primpack.com/podcast to let us know what you think. Thanks.